Awesome. All right. Welcome, New Zealand. Welcome to another Opportunity Zoom. I'll be hosting this one today with Mark.
Hi, Australia and New Zealand. How are you today? Or this afternoon, actually. Yeah, pretty excited about tonight and what we're going to show, and yeah, hope you all enjoy.
X39 elevates, activates, and regenerates our body's stem cells. Why X39 stem cell activation patch? So the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. As we age, stem cells decline. And at 30, only half your stem cells are active. By the time you're 60, you've almost lost all of your stem cell activity. Then by the time you're 80, it's all gone to sleep. So X39 wakes up your dormant stem cells in your own body. It's completely natural.
Right, how does it work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. It's a patented nanotechnology nanocrystal technology. And what it does, it actually reflects the light to activate, and this reflects it back into the body. It's non-transdermal, so it's not going to interfere with if you're taking any form of drugs at this stage, herbal or vitamins, whatever it won't interfere with them. And it also does not put anything into your system at all. It's purely a light transforming, light reflecting back into the body. It has no drugs, chemicals, or stimulants, and is non-invasive.
Yep, completely non-invasive. I'll just add on that one. LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. But the benefits that we can experience of X39 is increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle or skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, improvement skin appearance, and just to achieve an optimal health state, like general well-being. X39 is absolutely incredible.
So here we've got a topography of a 77-year-old woman. She's placed X39 on the back of her neck. In the first session we see here, she has not got the X39 at all. And she has inflammation to the brain, which is bringing her a lack of brain coherence. And you can see there that the inflammation is quite red. So as we move on to our next session, 3 weeks on, she's had the X39 on and no more inflammation, improved brain cohesion. And as we see in week 6, she has pretty much come back to normal, had better brain balance, put it that way. When she came in, her brain was hyperactive. Her brain calmed down dramatically at the second visit. After wearing the X39 patch for 3 weeks, her brain remained calm, and I can't read the bottom there, but wearing the patch for after wearing the patch for 6 weeks. So it's a pretty incredible change from week 1 to the 6 weeks in. It's a pretty quick period actually to
Yeah, it's
back
unreal.
into balance.
Absolutely unreal. So X39 long-term results. This is as you patch, as you continually, consistently patch, you can experience the first few days, your genes will begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, as you just saw in the topography map Mark just explained. Within 3 months, your collagen increases, and within 6 months, your heart actually reverses in age. And as David says, it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. David's our CEO and inventor.
How do we wear the patch? I'm actually wearing one now right on my belly button, right below my belly button. It's a case of I put mine first thing on in the morning, brush the teeth, on it goes, and that's 12 hours on, and 12 hours off. That's when I'm brushing my teeth in the evening, and this is to repair and rejuvenate. Once you're done with the patch, throw it away. You don't need it anymore, and the next day, just repeat. You can wear this more than one at a time if you wish, and it's advisable to drink plenty of water. We've got to remove toxins out of the body and also help those stem cells move around to where they need to be in place to activate.
Yeah, awesome. And as you could just see in that photo back there, the clinical studies are done on the back of the neck, below the belly button. But as David says, you can wear it anywhere on the body, stick it where it hurts, stick it where people can see it. I've actually got mine on my wrist right now. So yeah, you can wear it anywhere, but the clinical studies are just done in those two spots. So if you wish to wear them there, great. If you don't, stick it where it hurts. X39 is so sophisticated yet simple to explain. And what we'll do now is go into some testimonies. Should we do that? There we go. Awesome.
Isn't Emma doing a great job? Like, this is unbelievable. This is Emma's very first time, people. So I'm so proud of her.
I think it's also Mark's first time.
Yeah.
I know.
We're in this together. This shows anyone can do this. I'm nervous coming on here because I don't know any of you, but anyone can do this.
I second that.
Whether you're young or old.
Absolutely. So I'll introduce myself at this point. I'm Tessa Tremaine. I'm a senior presidential director with LifeWave. I started 2 years ago. For those of you that, many of you are actually in the Dream Team. I've already said this at the beginning, but I'm going to say it again. If you're in Vanessa and Andrew's team, they have just broken the senior presidential directors today. So we are so excited for them. But you know what? We all started just patching. I'm a Kiwi. So there you go, Kiwis. I'm a Kiwi. I was born there. I spent half my life there. Grew up in Wellington and in Dunedin and in Auckland, and came back and started developing the team last January. Many of you I got to meet. So what I did is I'm going to share my testimony first, then we're going to go to Jeff. If you want to just prepare yourself, Jeff. So when I started, I was approached by a gentleman named Mario, who I didn't know really well, but he was an associate of mine, and he, well, I mean, I sort of knew him, but him and his wife they'd disappeared. They'd gone to Queensland, right? So they weren't like really close friends. They were just friends. And he asked me 6 times to join this business, and I said no. So don't think that a no means a no, because I said no 6 times, and then I became Australia's first senior presidential director. So you can do this too. So whether you are coming here today, even if you don't know anything about this, honestly, this has changed my life. Single mum, raised 4 kids, had nothing, started life again at 48, started patching at 59, currently 61. Patch changed my life in that my sciatica pain went, my arthritis left my hands, my eyesight reversed 2 sizes. I still got glasses, but energies increased, skins improved, not to mention a zillion other things. So the product worked. But when you have got such a good product and you share it with the world, literally from a country town in Mudgee, New South Wales, so I am 4 hours west of Sydney, and we have 12,000 people here. So we're not in a big city. So even if you're on a little farm somewhere or some little town in New Zealand, it does not matter. You still know someone. And guess what? Everybody has stem cells. And the fact is, we all know someone somewhere, and someone else knows someone somewhere. And today my team, I only told over 2 years, 70 people. And today the team is over 8,000 strong.
Whoa.
And so I just want to say this has changed my life, not only physically, but financially. And Emma's going to share that with Mark shortly. But my personal testimony is just, I could talk for hours. But that's enough about me. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm going to pass it over to Jeff. Are you on here? Jeff, if you'd like to unmute yourself and share your fantastic testimony, please.
Cool. Thanks, Tess. I met you down here in Tauranga when you were here a couple of months ago. And I was dragged along by my wife, and I was thinking, what is all this stuff? I don't even know what stem cells were. You know, I thought it was just something in the bottom of your brain. But Tess put a patch on me and didn't think anything of it. Nothing happened. And over the week, I've got arthritis in my 2 big toe joints. And the bone on bone has actually resulted in it actually getting very large. And I find it very difficult to find shoes to wear. A lot of stuff I can't do purely because the pain in my feet. I couldn't play soccer. You know, my kids play sport. I can't kick a ball. I can't use a cross trainer. Just with the weight of even your feet just sliding to the front of your shoe, it's just too painful, let alone, you know, there's days you get up, you can't hardly walk. But with the patch and having it on there since, is the pain in my feet is basically gone. The swelling is gone. In fact, over the weekend, one of my children stepped backwards out of the car and didn't see me and stood right on my foot. And normally I would be almost lying on the ground and not being able to move for a very long time. And there's nothing. There was no pain. And I haven't been like that for probably nearly 10 years. Arthritis in my toes started developing 20 years ago. So to have something like this that has just enabled me to even walk properly and have that pain that's not there is just unbelievable. I would not have thought it was possible. In fact, even when I read it, I thought that's not possible. But for me, it worked. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I've got a lot of other issues as well, and it's made a big difference with those. I've been having an antihistamine response, but they don't know what causes it. But I break out in literally you literally hundreds of little itchy bites all close together, and I'd have those all over my arms and my legs. There's times my skin would just split open, and that's gone. I've been suffering from that since July last year, and since I've started the X39, that's just gone. And again, to me, none of this makes sense, but I can tell you what it's done to me, and I just encourage other people to use it. It's just, yeah.
Wow,
That's awesome,
amazing.
Jeff. Amazing.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you for sharing that.
And I like what you say, Jeff, there about it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense. It's incredible. I've seen my family go through similar things that you've gone through, and it just doesn't make sense, but it works. It's yeah. It's almost like unbelievable, but it is believable. Strange. It's funny.
Very much so. Well said, Mark. Yeah.
Before we go back to the slides, I would just like to add, if I could, somebody's asked in the chat about why did I say no 6 times? I was too busy. I didn't have time. I wasn't interested. I didn't believe in it. How could a Band-Aid fix my problems? All the questions, all the things that people are going to ask you. That was Tessa. So don't think because someone says no, that a no means a no. Okay, so if that answers your question. Emma, over to you. I'll go back to share. Thank you, everybody. And thanks, Jeff, for that awesome testimony. Once
you hit play.
Sorry, I'm having some technical issues with this wonderful computer. Far away.
So as you guys can see here, This Is It team. This Is It team is the team that runs all of us, really. This Is It team's above Mum, above Tessa Tremaine, who's our Australia's leader. And as you can see here, we've got 2 links. One is for product and one is for business. The one on the left is thisisitinfo.com. This is one that you might have got from someone who's introduced you or brought you to this Zoom to share with you what X39 is. They might have sent you this link that's got everything you need to know behind the science, behind the product, all the clinical studies, doctor reviews, everything you need is in that link. So if you haven't had a look at it, go have a look at it. And then the one on the right, we've got thisisitteam.com. This one's all our business resources. If you're going to build, if you're going to run with this business and create financial wealth and freedom and time freedom and all the things, all the great things that come with this business, then thisisitteam.com will lead you with all the valuable resources that you need to build a successful team.
Nice. So David Smith's the co-inventor. He has over 130 patents. I believe that's gone up to maybe 200 now.
Yep, correct. Yep.
Yeah. So he's a pretty busy and just an amazing person, a scientist and an inventor, specializing in age reversing. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. And this took him over 10 years to bring to the fore. The actual X39, the number 39 is the amount of times David took to get this down to the finest point of perfection. And he spent over $4.5 million to bring this to the market for us to worldwide for everyone to use. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So incredible.
Amazing guy.
Awesome. So LifeWave is a 20-year-old company, I think 21 years now. We're open in over 75 countries across the globe. This is not a Me Too product like most companies. It's not your next weight loss shake. It's not your next skincare supplement, whilst it does give you great skin. It's not a supplement. It's not anything like that. This is completely unique. In 2021, LifeWave went from, started at 20 million, and in 2022, it hit 320 million, which is when the X39 was brought to market. So that's quite a significant jump, as you can see, 300 million. In 2023, we jumped to 430 million, and in 2024, over 600 million. And then this year, we're pushing for 1 billion, which is incredible growth.
Amazing. So as Tessa explained to us earlier, what's important to your life? She's explained the freedoms that she's got from her humble beginnings, and yeah, just you can have absolutely change your whole outlook for life. And if we look at those pictures, you can see, I think the thing that stands out there is time with family, time traveling. It's it's an incredible opportunity, and it's there, it's in your hands.
So as you guys can see here, this is the start. This is a little insight into the compensation plan. Getting started is as easy as knowing 4 people to go manager. So you can see at the top here in this graphic, you want to introduce 4 people, 2 left, 2 right, and that will make you manager. And the beauty about becoming manager is the company will actually start paying you, and that gives you enough to actually get your product for free, which is awesome. This is called cycle bonuses here, as you can see, and the weekly earnings from binary cycles is up to 25,000.
Emma, I might have to let you lead this one.
Yeah, no worries. So this is another way you get paid. So the first one, the slide just back that I explained, is one way to get paid in cycle bonuses from people below you. You've got a strong leg and a power leg and a weak leg. Sorry, I'll get it right. And as you cycle, you want 2/3 to 1/3. We'll go into depth with this. I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but 2/3 to 1/3, and that can cycle as many times down. That gives you $50 per cycle, and you can cycle up to 100 times per week. This one is your generation matching bonus. So this is another way you get paid. So think of it as, let's say there's Tessa. Tessa's signed Emma. Emma's signed Mark. I haven't. I'm just giving an example. I would be Tessa's first generation, and you earn up to 25% on your first generation. And then Mark would be Tessa's second generation, and you would earn up to 20% on your second generation, and so on down.
Oh. There's 3 different types of entry levels that we can get into the business. The first is core. This is maybe toe in the water, bring in yourself and your partner, and you're accessing 3 sleeves. Each sleeve has 30 days of patches. So that's 3 months supply you have on the core. If you want to step up, look at starting to maybe advance to a business, you go for the advanced. A nice way for entry level for a business, and from there we could go to premium. This is where we have a little bit of an entrepreneurial flair, and we can move up. And at that price, I think it's $17.50 US. It's about 3,000 New Zealand. I'm a business owner myself, and 6 months, if we added that up as a year, $6,000 to start a business, that's just unheard of. I know my business, to get kick-started, I'd have to be over 150 to get all my inventory going an accumulator to get underway. So yeah, so this is definitely it's a well, to get into a business that's going to help your future. I think this is a very affordable way to do it. Yeah.
It certainly is. It certainly is. And as you can see underneath those product packs there, guys, it says monthly subscription. So what you want to do is you want to pick your pack, core, advanced, premium, whatever it is you want to do. But then you also want to set auto ship. Auto ship is what drives our business. Auto ship is what drives our commission. Auto ship is the key to this business. If product's not moving, we're not the business isn't moving, no one's getting patched, no one's getting paid, like all of that. So you want to be using the product constantly, and also you're going to fall in love with the product and you're going to want more. So you want to set an auto ship, but the importance of auto ship, one sleeve subscription will keep your points, but you won't be able to maximize the comp plan if you're choosing to build a business. So if you're just coming in and you want to get wholesale pricing, best way to do it is buy a package, as you can see here, and then go on a one sleeve subscription. But if you want to build a business, buy your pack, go on a 2-sleeve subscription, and just watch it grow, watch it flow.
So the time's now. Make a move. Again, look at the pictures. Happy people, time, family. It's a wonderful thing. You know, this is where you can make your dreams and have hope for the future. So maybe ask the people that brought you in, invited you to the meeting here today, swing back to them, and definitely, yeah, that's a nice way to get started with your upline and move on to a better future.
Yes, that's absolutely well said, Mark. Yeah, so as Mark just said, just I think that's the end of the slide. So I'll just touch one more time before we close this Zoom. Just touch back in with whoever invited you to this Zoom. And if you've got any more questions, we have follow-up opportunity Zooms this week. We've got one on Wednesday. Otherwise, schedule a call with who introduced you and discuss any questions you may have and get yourself going, because honestly, this is such an incredible opportunity. And we're so lucky that we have the opportunity to do something so simple like this and build on our health, build on our wealth. And yeah, it's unreal.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Emma. I'm going to stop the recording and then we might just go to a bit of Q&A so that everybody can just ask some questions that might help and assist you in business. Is everybody good with that?